Awesome.
Welcome everyone in. We are live here on YouTube, and I think we are live inside the Life After Sales Facebook group as well, hopefully. I am just double checking now to see if we're live in the group. If not, all good, because this is my first time using StreamYard. So we're testing this out as we go. So this is completely off the cuff here. But let me post something.
Yes,
I'm going to post live on YouTube.
I could double check on the Facebook group too. Let me see here.
Yeah, you can check in the Facebook group. I'm just posting this live.
Okay.
On my. If you want to grab the link, you could post it too, because it didn't work on the YouTube channel because of that issue. So there's a share option up at the top, just the URL, that same link I gave you. If you want to share that on your Facebook page, you can. We'll see if people hop on.
Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick.
Then we'll.
All right. I'm gonna post it right under your post. That's on my page.
It's on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Perfect. And if not, we will just get started.
Here we go. Posted it again. Hopefully it goes through to everybody.
There we go. All right. Well, we'll get started, and as people pop on, we'll just get going. So
sounds good.
Bear with us here. First time using StreamYard, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I have Vince here. Vince has been in remote high ticket sales for a while. Mm-hmm. Vince and I, we've known each other for a few years now. We were also in the same mentorship together, right? In UCM. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in that. So we're also in two offers.
Yeah, and we were on two offers together. So we'll talk about that. So go ahead, introduce yourself, Vince.
Yeah. So I've been in sales for like 5 years. So I sold like multiple different things out there. Insurance. I sold in the cellular health industry, the systems industry, men's dating, solar, affiliate marketing, agency sales, and probably a few other things out there too that I forgot, but pretty much like a good amount of things out there.
Amazing. Yeah, pretty much selling snow to all the Eskimos, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, cool. Dating, you sold on a dating offer, huh? How was that?
It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's interesting to see the people come in and hear all the problems and things like that. Because I've always been big into self-development, and I'm always trying to improve my own self-development in general as well. So I could like really connect with the people on these on that offer.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I did it. So.
Yeah. How long ago was the dating one?
I mean, I wasn't there for too long, but I was there. That was like, I think that was right before I got on the cellular health offer that was on with you.
Oh, okay. So right before that one, the health one. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. Well, awesome. So I guess you said you've been in high ticket sales now, right, for 5 years.
Yeah.
What were you doing before high ticket sales?
So I mean, high ticket sales. I wasn't in high ticket sales for 5 years, but I'd probably say around like maybe 3-ish years or something. I'm not sure about the exact date, but in sales in general, I've been doing sales for like around 5 to 6 years.
Oh, so 5 years total. Okay.
Before high ticket sales, I was doing like tech sales and insurance sales. So I was selling like life insurance, auto and home insurance, and like tech sales for like cloud solutions and what was the other thing? Like lease acceleration automation software. So like pretty much almost all kinds of software out there. Not even so like HR software, different companies.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to get into remote high ticket sales in the first place?
Yeah, it's a good question because the funny story was like I was trying to improve my sales skills and tech sales. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna search for some programs for me to improve my sales. So
No.
I got into a Facebook group. Somehow I got into a Facebook group, and then somebody sent me. I got into I feel like a pretty popular company that everybody probably knows about. With a guy named
For sales training?
uh, so yeah, this is like the first high ticket sales training I ever got. But it's a really popular company that replaced people with different companies out there. So I feel like
Oh, okay.
I had to get priced to get into that company, and then they placed me with other companies out there. But yeah, initially I just wanted to improve my tech sales skills, and then eventually I got branched into high ticket sales.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's so funny that you say that
And,
because that's hilarious because so many people are like, "Oh, I want to get into high ticket remote sales because I want to live the dream. I want to make 10K a month. I want to quit my corporate job, get out of the 9
yeah.
to 5 grind, all the things, right?" And for me, I feel like I resonate with your story a lot because I was like, I've already been in sales for the majority of my career.
Right.
And I was already online at the time, and I actually had my own essentially service I was providing, and I
Mhm.
was like, you know what, I want to get better at sales, and so I was like, okay, let's do this, and so someone in my network connected me with a company that helps with teaches you sales training and placement and how to network and all these things, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And that was UCM at the time.
Mm.
And I was like, all right, let's go. And so I just kind of fell into this space. It wasn't like because I wanted to make 10K a month or I wanted to live the dream lifestyle of freedom, right? But
Mhm.
that's just kind of how I got started. So that's interesting that you
Awesome.
said that. You just want to get better at sales. So yeah. So you wanted to get better at sales, and then obviously what happened after that? Like how did it kind of grow into or take you to where you're at today?
Yeah, so I got kind of like sucked into the dream kind of with the high ticket sales, like that the 10K a month dream that definitely got me to high ticket sales. I feel like I have more potential in high ticket sales compared to my tech sales job because like you're just capped at your salary, and they can only give you a certain amount based upon like how long you've been there or some other requirements as well. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give high ticket sales a try. So I built up my skill set there, and obviously through time I improved my sales skills with all the different training I've been through. Like I've been to like a bunch of different names out there. And I've gone through so much different sales training ever since then.
I think we all have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So many programs after
we,
programs, or like coaching
we
after
keep
coaching.
people try
Yeah,
to, I guess, what do they say? Like, I'll say, like, gaslight you into believing that, like, you just need more sales training. You're
yeah.
just not doing the right one, or you need to spend 10K on this one. Oh, no, no, no. Now 15K on this one. And
Well,
you just need to keep improving your skills and your skills and your skills. And it's like, just one thing after another, they're marketing to you to be like, well, you suck at sales because you don't have the right sales training. You're like, I don't
yeah,
even know how many programs I've invested into at this
same
point
here.
into sales training. So, um, yeah. So, like, was your initial plan to stay in, like, obviously it was to get better at sales, but was your plan was it just to get into sales as kind of like a stepping stone into something else, or like were you really wanting to be in it long term? You said you kind of like got sucked into the dream of the 10K month. Was it something you thought you're going to do short term, or like were you thinking it was going to be a long term thing, or what did you sort of think at that time?
So I was probably still figuring things out at the time when I got to high ticket sales. But my ultimate goal was always to get to like make a lot of money, become financially free, like work from anywhere pretty much. And high ticket sales was that pretty much dream because with that tech sales job, I was remote, but I was still like kind of tied to certain hours, and if I travel and stuff, I'm not sure if they'll allow me to travel outside the U.S. like as often as I could be in compared to sales.
Hmm.
And plus there's more potential to make 10K per month with high ticket sales, which I definitely did with the last offer we're on actually. If you um,
Hmm.
you know, the
Till
last
it
one,
fell
last,
apart.
the last one we worked on and everything. So I definitely passed that 10K per month, and then I was ongoing to keep on making 10K per month after that. And,
Yeah.
I learned a lot of lessons from that offer as well. Like a lot of lessons that brought me to where I am right now, at least.
Yeah. Oh my word. You were doing phenomenal. I remember on that offer. You were
Yeah,
crushing it, dude.
thank you.
You're absolutely crushing it. We had like how many sales reps were there? Like 100 people?
So
Or I
many.
don't remember
There's
at
so
what
many.
point.
Yeah, there's just so many. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah. You were absolutely crushing it. And
Thank you.
how long were you on that offer for? That
Like,
opportunity?
I was on the offer from July 2023 to July 2024, around that time at least.
Oh, wow. So like a year.
Yeah.
Oh, a good solid year you were there. Oh,
Mhm.
dang. Well, you made it longer than I did on that offer. That's for sure.
I learned a lot of lessons too. So yeah, that offer taught me
What
so
lessons
much.
did you learn? Like, tell me your lessons you learned. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it taught me about like the work ethic to get to 10K per month. I worked like almost 24/7. I was like taking call after call. I felt like my calendar was like almost 24/7, all the way. I even catered to people in different time zones, people in Australia, the UK, people in other countries I wasn't familiar about. I was like, yeah, I'll take your call. I'm gonna take every single call possible, and I had like small breaks and things. And I was like pushing myself, making sure that I was mid 10K per month or more every single month. But that definitely it kind of drained me too because I was like doing so many calls at once, and also I wasn't
Mhm.
balancing out time for myself or my health, things like that. So my health just went down a
Yeah.
little bit, but it definitely made me realize that I do have to have balance. And with the offer as well, it helped me understand like how to deal with bad publicity, how to deal with like compliance with the law and everything else like that.
Mhm.
How to deal with or what a company that would allow sales reps to make 10K per month, what it looks like, and how a company like that operates to make that much money all at once.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot. I feel
yeah,
like there was a lot of lessons definitely there when we
mhm,
were there. Um,
definitely.
and like you mentioned, just seeing well, you were there a lot longer than I was. So
Mhm.
like from the beginning of when you were there and then till towards the end and kind of how everything played out, and like you said with like compliance things and like what to
Mhm.
be aware of and like what's because a lot of these lessons too, it's like we'll kind of talk about this into your transition out of remote sales, but
Yeah.
um these lessons you can take with you that you can take with you on your journey now and where you're kind of at to today
Mhm.
as well because it's kind of like what not to do.
Exactly.
You're like, now I kind of know what not to do, like with my own offer or business or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and so it's just like little nuggets that you put in your toolbox for later, or a tool that you put in your toolbox for later that you can pull out, and you're like, okay, yeah, I know what not to do now because I you see the patterns after being on so many opportunities, and you're like,
Exactly.
oh, this is the one, this is the last one for forever.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably thought that when you were at this one because it was going so good for so long. Did you think it
Yeah.
was kind of going to be you were going to be there for forever, or what did you think
Yeah. I
before it kind of
was,
fell apart?
that's what I was hoping for. I was like, this is a really good offer. This whole integrity. That's what I really valued in an offer was a company that would sell for integrity. That would make sure that they really care for their customers. They would want the best for them. To give them like, realistic expectations. So I was hoping that I'd stay there for a long time. It's not just the income. Like I'm more about the values as well. That's why I was hoping I'd stay there for a long time. But unfortunately, some bad things. I mean, some things happened. So unfortunately, the
Yeah.
things dissolved for a lot of people on an offer.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like I think too, honestly, it's like I am a big believer in God, and I believe that God opens and closes doors for us,
Yeah.
and that a lot of these opportunities are just a stepping stone into something greater for ourselves and our potential and what we truly desire to have in our life. Because honestly, like when you said you were like grinding it out, you were working all these long hours,
Yeah.
was that the kind of freedom that you were thinking when you came from tech sales? Yeah, it was a 9 to 5 and you're glued to your desk and you had to
Yeah.
ask for permission to leave or take
Mhm.
a vacation or whatever. But was this the kind of freedom that you were looking for when you came into remote sales, thinking you were going to get by continuing to take these long hours? And
Mhm.
yeah, you're making the money, but did you
Right.
have the freedom?
Yeah, I'll say yes and no to that because it taught me like a different level of freedom. It's like I I probably could have taken less amount of work and still made the same amount of money if I like handle my calls a different kind of way. So I do feel like if you show up on your calls high energy and feeling good, all customers can also feel that at the same time as well. So I think yes and no, because it also taught me that even if I'm doing something else, like which what we're going to talk about next, is that you do have to balance things out. You have to balance things
Mhm.
out, especially if you're going to pack on a lot of work on your schedule for whatever it is you're doing.
That balance.
Yeah,
So, why did you decide to transition out of remote sales, high ticket sales?
I'd probably say it was because like I was just so tired of jumping from offer to offer and trying to build my pipeline in an individual offer. And I couldn't find any other company that sold with integrity out there. Because like some other companies that would make a lot more money, they would just sell the customers, sell them a dream and everything. But it wouldn't really be with the right expectations that I came across at least.
hmm So it was a matter of the on the fulfillment end.
Yeah,
You didn't feel like they were delivering what they said they were going to do.
it was that, and just like it's like so tiring for me to just like try to look for companies out there like that, and possibly having a company like dissolve from after like getting onboarded, working really hard into it, and just having it dissolve or trying to look for other companies that would sell with integrity and
Mm,
and give the potential to make like 10K per month or more than that.
yeah, so it was like a combination of things. It wasn't really one thing. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair to say because it is a little bit of a roller coaster, right? We've heard it
Mhm.
high ticket casino,
Yeah.
right in the waves, and then you
Mhm.
try to catch the next wave, try to get on that offer right before it's gonna go be up on the wave before it crashes down,
Mhm.
and it seems like it's just very volatile, right? This
Exactly.
this space is volatile, right? You think you're
Mhm.
gonna be on this, like you said, the last offer you were there a year, and I'm like, dang, keep going, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And for me personally, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I think a lot of us can relate to that. Like being, we do all our due diligence, we make sure the numbers check out, we make sure, they've got the cash collected we're looking for. We check to see if the sales reps are making the kind of income we want to make.
Mhm.
We look at it collectively over a certain period of time. And then we get in, and then we're like, okay, great, we're on this, we're riding this wave. And then for whatever reason, something happens and it just crashes.
Yeah.
And and so then it's like, okay, do we want to continue on this path and keep doing this? Do we want to continue trying to find that next offer, ride that wave, and hope it's going to last? Or do we want to maybe see if there's a different vehicle out
Mhm.
there
Mhm.
that can get us to our ultimate vision and goals that we have for our lives, right? That freedom that you talk about. So, talk to me about what you're doing now instead of high ticket remote sales. What
Yeah.
what have you decided to do instead?
So I'll say that the last offer inspired me to move towards the direction of which I'm on right now. So the last offer was around like affiliate marketing or digital marketing, and that's why essentially what I'm doing now. It's like I'm doing marketing but in different forms. So I'm helping other companies with their organic ads. I'm also doing kind of like a form of affiliate marketing too with different brands out there. So all the skill sets I'm learning from sales, I mean, I'm still applying it to marketing. It's like you can't escape sales. So it's going to be
Right.
so important
Yeah.
with every single thing you're going to do out there. So I'm still going to do
Mhm.
sales. I'm still doing sales right now with everything I'm doing. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Life is like everything is a form of sell, right? Everything you do in life, there is some form of transaction to it, or transformation, right? Which is ultimately sells. So, yeah, absolutely. There's no way of escaping it, essentially. And the skill set that you've developed over all these years and sharpened, you can take that with you anywhere, which is great. So, talk to me about that. Like, so you're doing, I guess, dive more into what it is specifically. Like, it's a little of affiliate marketing, a little brand set. Like, can you lay it out to me a little bit more, paint the picture more for us and the viewers?
yeah, hopefully I can. I'm still learning everything
Yeah.
as well with that. But to break it down, because the exact things I'm doing, I'm kind of doing like a thing of Amazon influencing, where I'm like part of Amazon influencers program, and I'm reviewing every single thing in my house to. If everybody watches my videos and they buy the product, I get a commission based upon that. So it's kind of like I'm like a partner with Amazon with all their products on their website. If somebody buys a product off of Amazon, then I get a commission off that. And
so
I'm
is it
also
like
doing,
affiliate marketing?
yeah, it's like affiliate marketing, but it's tied to Amazon and Amazon, all of Amazon's products. And I'm also like an affiliate for a TikTok shop, like TikTok's influencer program, or pretty much like I partner with brands. They give me like a commission code for their products out there. So I'm actually on lives on TikTok Shop, and I talk about products that I'm more passionate about that I personally use, and I just pitch it. I actually sell on those lives, like I'm doing with I ticket sales. But
Talk to me about that.
On those lives.
Yeah, I've watched, like, I've seen you go live on TikTok, and I've heard other people talk about it. Like, listen, I'm almost 40, so you got to talk to me like I'm a brand new baby over here, because I am not, like, TikTok is not my thing. I'm trying, I'm learning. I asked my daughter that's 17. I'm like, how do you work this thing? Tell me. I get frustrated with it. But so yeah, this TikTok shop, it's kind of a newer thing, right? They haven't been doing it too long. The TikTok in general, the shop thing. I think is it new within this like last year, or when did they start doing this TikTok shop? Like TikTok in general.
I'm not 100% sure on the exact day it first started, but
yeah,
I'd probably say in the last few years or so.
It's been around that long. Yeah. I'm way outdated then. See, I'm not even on the times.
Like for the longest time, I thought TikTok was about like just dancing and doing all these trendy things on video.
Yeah.
But I was totally wrong. Like TikTok Shop, it's there's a good amount of money to be made on TikTok Shop, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely
is. Since you started when we connected about it and you were telling me about it, I was like, what is this? And I've had people, I was on an opportunity doing business funding, and I've had people come to me and they're like, yeah, I want to get business funding so I can do this TikTok shop. And I'm like, what the heck is the TikTok shop?
Yeah.
And so then when you started telling me about it, I was like, all right, I gotta look into this more. So when did you start doing this TikTok shop? How long ago would you say, roughly?
So I started at the end of December, and then I officially like jumped in and started doing the work on the middle of January until now.
Okay, so the middle until January. So we're now about 4 months in, right. 4.5 months in. How has it been going?
It's a learning curve, like anything else, like with high ticket sales or any type of business you're doing, like getting to the last offer I got on, or the last offer I was on with you, I was scared to get on an offer and like get on so many calls with other people. And the same exact thing with these lives on TikTok Shop. I was afraid to get on live and talk about like the products I sell and everything. But when I first started, I was like, I wasn't making any sales at all for a while out there. But eventually, until this point now, which is like in the last month and like 2 months, I've been at least averaging like $200 every two hours.
$200 every 2 hours?
Yeah, in commissions.
Oh, that's amazing! I think that's great. Well, how do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good. Sometimes like it's sometimes you might not get like $200 every single time, but with sales and business, it always fluctuates. But on average, I usually make around that amount.
Yeah, and this is selling. I've seen you're selling some like supplements. I mean, this is so crazy. Yeah, this is awesome. So you said it's been a learning curve. So talk to me about what challenges have you had to come up against so far with this?
I'd probably say it's a combination of like strengthening my mindset. My mindset, time management is definitely a thing out there. Adapting to the algorithm and all different policies, because with the same things I learned on the last offer we're on, compliance is still important, even with TikTok Shop. You can't make any kind of medical claims. You can't give any claims to other customers. Are saying like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to solve your thing. Like, no, it cannot do that. You cannot say that. You're going to get banned off TikTok so fast. And some of the brands might even partner with you as well if you're going to make any kind of claims like that. So that's why even partnering with certain brands on TikTok, I still want to sell with these brands that are also selling with integrity as well. And they also want to do that as well, because they're not trying to get banned off TikTok or banned off any platform to promote on. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good that you're the integrity, the transparency, because those are two of my core values that I live by is transparency and having integrity. Which it sounds like those are a part of your core values that you live your life by too.
1000%.
And so being able to take what you learned on that offer, the opportunity we were on previously, because that was transparency was a huge thing and integrity as well. And that was one of the reasons why I really aligned with that opportunity too. And so, like you said, utilizing what you learned there to know how to sell it here now in your TikTok shop. But just making sure that you are staying in alliance with that and yeah, not stepping on any coloring outside the lines, I guess, so to speak, on that.
Exactly.
So that can be definitely hard because I remember when we were on that opportunity, I'm like, man, how am I supposed to talk about this without saying we can get you this? Because so many offers are like, oh yeah, you come here, we're going to teach you everything we know, we're going to get you to that 10K a month or that 20K, 50K a month. And then right there, that's an income claim. That's an income claim saying, oh, well, Amanda said that if I invest in this, I'm going to make 50K a month, and you don't get there. And then now it's like comes to you and they're like, well, they told me that you could help me get there, So it's like really watching what you have to say and how you say it is a huge thing. So, okay. So it's the learning curve, a little bit of challenges with that. And in terms of what made you decide that was the route you were going to take, like this TikTok shop and being like an affiliate for them? Why that specifically? Because there's so many vehicles out there, so many different routes you could have gone. Why did you pick that?
Yeah. So with that, I mean, I still got inspired off the last offer we were on. That definitely inspired me. I never knew that I would stick to TikTok because I was thinking about just staying on Instagram or something. But I guess I saw something. I ran across something that was talking about TikTok shop for the longest time. I was like, okay. So I keep seeing this thing pop up on wherever it is I saw it. So I wanted to give it a try, and then I got into the communities where people were talking about TikTok shop more. I saw the opportunity that was there, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of potential there, and I could see that. I could do it because I've always been passionate about marketing and doing different hooks, and also film myself testing things out like that. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna give this a try, and I want to see how far I can go with it. And until this time now, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying getting on lives, learn new things with TikTok Shop, and I mean even things outside TikTok Shop as well. Because there's another thing I'm trying to do called UGC. So it's like user generated content.
Oh yeah,
so you're pretty much making like organic ads for different companies, and they pay you like a price for that or commission off that.
UGC, yeah, being a UGC creator. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. A couple of people I know are doing that or are wanting to do that or what have you.
Yeah.
I mean, massive kudos to you guys because I wouldn't say I'm the most creative person by all means. I'm more of your analytical systems person.
Yeah.
So coming up with creative ideas, I asked my daughter, I'm like, can you help me with this like creative idea? Because she's more my creative side. That's her zone of genius. So we kind of bounce ideas off each other and all of that. So yeah, so you just saw it and you were like, I'm just gonna give it a whirl. It sounds like.
Yeah, and ever since then I really enjoyed it. Now I would say personally for myself, I'm not like the most creative person out there. But for me, it's kind of like a muscle. The more I go out there, the more I try things out, the more creativity pops up in my brain. Or sometimes like going on a walk, thinking about things, or even like I did a little improv back in the day, honestly. So that definitely kind of helped me out.
You did improv?
Yeah, they got me out of the box a little bit. Out of the box. I'm thinking outside the box of learn like different ways to think or different ways to apply concepts to sales or marketing and things like that.
It's good because it helps you be quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to sales, right? Like some prospect might say something totally off the wall and you're like, what did you just say? That's me. I'm like, you can see it all over my face. I'm like, selling on Zoom is not my thing because I'm like, it's written on my face. I'm like, what did you just say to me? I'm like, why would you say something like that? You know, and I'm like, that was stupid.
It happens.
It does. It helps you have agility and behavior flexibility, which is definitely needed in sales. And yeah, but how do you feel like putting your face on TikTok? Like, do you feel like comfortable with it, or is it like really uncomfortable for you?
I'll
How
say
would you say?
I'm comfortable with that because like if I can get on Zoom calls with people, I mean, especially on the last software, like I said, we got on so many Zoom calls with so many people every single day. So I was like, you know what, it's like this is the same exact thing. But instead of talking with a one-on-one with a different person on a live, I'm talking to a bunch of different people out there, and people come in and out all the time. So they're not always on my lives for the whole entire time. Some of them are, some of them are just like staying on there for like a few minutes to figure out if I want to talk about anything important. And if I do, I might buy something. If not, then at least I learn something out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And for our viewers, we do have some viewers here. I want to open it up to you guys in terms of what questions do you have for Vince in terms of what he's doing, what he's working on? Because he, like he was kind of mentioning, he was in high ticket sales for a while and he made the transition out and now he's doing his own thing and started his own business doing a TikTok shop online and an affiliate and pursuing different things. So if you have any questions, please, for Vince, drop them in the chat. We'd love to answer them, comment them. We'll pop your questions up on the live and answer those for you as they come in. But I guess kind of going back to what you're talking here, what would you say is like, what advice would you give someone who wants to maybe pursue something outside of remote high ticket sales?
I'll say it's to know your strengths and weaknesses, and also to test out a lot of things out there. Like you gotta go out there, test out a bunch of different ideas. I know one website that I saw that had a bunch of ideas is a site called like sidehustlenation.com. Just go on that website. They even have a questionnaire on there where you can search up to see what best fits your personality. You can also listen to some of the podcasts on there too. I mean, if you want to look on there, or you can also search up the other ideas they have. They'll give you some things you can look into outside high ticket sales.
That was sidehustle.com. Is that what you said?
It's called sidehustlenation.com.
Oh, sidehustlenation.com.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is that more of is it just to give you ideas, like to get creative with like different ways you can make money online, or is it kind of like a platform where you can sign up for jobs, like kind of like Upwork or like freelance.com? Or
so
I'm not familiar with that.
It's a place for ideas. So it's like a blog that gives you a bunch of different ideas. I mean, you have to like go on there to take a look at it, but they have ideas that are like remote income ideas, or like different things you can do to make an income.
I see.
Some examples are like, you can do like dog watching, babysitting. You can start your own laundromat company. I don't know, but they have so many ideas on there. It's insane. So if you want some ideas, like go on there, take a look at things, know your strengths and weaknesses, give it a try. If you like it, then dive on into it, because like that's one place where I did look into that also sparked some ideas for me.
What ideas outside of TikTok shop did spark your interest?
I would say Amazon, because I've also done Amazon stuff for quite a while as well, because I've done like merch by Amazon. I'm self-publishing, and then eventually I got into Amazon influencer. That was the next thing, because that thing was new. So it's affiliate marketing with Amazon, and I mean, I think that's an easier way to make money too, because especially if you're buying so many things off Amazon, you can just like review everything inside your house, and somebody watches more than half your videos and they buy something, you get paid a commission off that. But Amazon influencer is more like a quantity over quality game, at least right now, at least. But yeah, I mean, quality does kind of matter, because if you make a really good video and somebody buys that product, you do get paid a commission off that. If you make a video that's like higher price but less competitive, like there's not many videos on that, then you're also getting paid a higher commission off that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one of the things I was just talking with a friend about like Amazon FBA and like e-commerce, Shopify, like all those types of make money online things. And I mean, I sold on an Amazon FBA offer, and this was a long time ago, long time ago. But I feel like it's such a numbers game. Like you have to have a ton of leads, you have to have a ton of people buying that product, because a lot of these products are, they're not high ticket, they're low ticket. And so you really have to have a lot of people seeking it and target the right people. Even with Shopify, like years ago, I used to help some guys with some Shopify stores, and the same thing. Hey, Leilani. Leilani's with us live, but and just like with e-commerce Shopify stores, I mean, they were selling t-shirts, and the t-shirts they were selling were like $20, but it was all drop ship. And so it was the marketing. It's all marketing. You have to market it to the right people. You have to be really good at figuring out how to market it, excuse me, in order to make a lot of sales. I mean, they were bringing in $1 million months, but also too, how much were they spending in ads? Because it's a cold market.
Right.
These are just shops they would start one shop, make millions of dollars, shut it down, start up another drop shipping shop, same thing, make millions of dollars, and then shut it down. Like that was their method. So that's why I'm like, with Amazon FBA, I'm like, same thing. Like you got to market it. You got to know how to market it right in order to be able to bring in a ton of money from it. And even nowadays, like I think with Amazon FBA, it got so big because of COVID. And then because everybody was shopping online, and then everybody's like, oh, I'm going to start up at a store. I'm going to do Amazon FBA. But I don't think it's as lucrative as it was before. It's so many people are riding that train now that I just think there's a better way to make money, and I don't want to have to do like try to get a ton of leads in order to do it, so that was kind of my thought. That's kind of my thought too, is like low ticket, because what you sell it's like all low ticket, right?
It is low ticket, but I'd say there's still a lot of potential there, because the thing with TikTok Shop is that if you make videos and everything, and your video gets really viral, it's more passive, because you don't need that many followers for people that buy your products or anything. If you have one video that has like 4 million views on it, it's mean like a lot of people like buy or if your video converts, then you're getting like a lot of commissions off that too, even if it's like a low ticket product. And if you make a bunch of videos like that, like every single day, every single week, then you're definitely you're building a bunch of different assets on your TikTok Shop or a TikTok Shop profile, and you have a higher chance to have a lot more views and a lot more conversions as well. But me, I'm only doing lives right now, so if I do more videos, then there's more potential for like higher scale income, at the same time higher commission. So that's why I'm doing TikTok Shop as well.
So do you do the lives,
right?
But do you said, like you say, if you post videos, right, you can get like millions of views, and then you have sales come in from that, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The videos are like a different skill set inside of itself. But if you make your videos, like, you got to have the right kind of hook, the right kind of content. You got to have call to action. And if you do a bunch of videos like that, that's more passive compared to a live, because I don't have to
be there live to do it.
You can make a commission based if you're just sleeping or something with the videos.
Yeah. But can you still make sales if you're not live? Like after your video's live, does it post it onto your shop and it stays there as like a pre-recorded video, or like a afterwards it goes away?
Unfortunately not. So I run sales on my lives, so like I have exclusive sales on my lives. So if anyone misses my lives, they don't get any of those discounts. But with the videos, that's the only time you can get like those passive commissions.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense, because then people would miss out on the sales. They want to be there live for those sales. That's cool. So do you can still gain followers from those lives, right? They'll still follow you and all of that. Is there a way to like build a email list from that so that you can like create a marketing campaign, let's say, to them and start building that out so you can email them and let them know like when you're going live and all of those things? Or like, how would that,
I'm sure there
how
is.
does that work?
I'm sure there is one. I haven't built an email list personally for myself, but
Oh, okay.
eventually I will.
I think that would be a great idea. Get like an email list of all the people that you're, because that's your asset, right? Like that's your thing that you own. Because if TikTok goes down, then what happens?
And all my customers are gone.
You have no way to contact your customers, right?
Exactly.
You're like, I need your phone number, I need your email, I need your name, I need your dog's first name, your kids.
Yeah.
So there is a comment in the chat here. It looks like Leilani's asking. She wants to know, Vince, are you only on TikTok or other socials as well for your business?
So right now it's only TikTok by itself, but in the upcoming months I'm gonna branch off outside TikTok.
Oh, awesome! Where are you thinking?
So X is like a, what do you call it? Like an underdog, because like nobody really uses X that much, but X is a hidden gem. X, Instagram, and YouTube.
Interesting. Okay, so X is in Twitter, right? It used to be Twitter, now it's X.
Exactly. That's like a hidden gem.
I'm not too familiar with that.
If you're not using X for networking in sales or outside sales, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now, like X is definitely where it's at for networking. Because like even with affiliate marketing or any type of business online, if you're not on X, like that's where a lot of networking efforts are on there.
Really? Okay. I must be really old now.
I just started using it as well, so
I'm just okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. It was funny because I was telling my daughter, I was like, I'm on Twitter. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yeah, Threads. I'm on Threads. And she's like, no, that's Instagram's version of Twitter. And I was like, oh, I thought that was what I thought that's what Twitter was now was Threads. And she's like, no. And I'm like, man, I gotta get with the times here. So
there's so many. There's like so many like social media platforms out there now.
I know it's branching out, man. So what about Threads compared to X? Are you on Threads?
So I don't use Threads as much. It's mainly just like the other platforms I mentioned.
Just those. Okay. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to check out X. So
definitely do it.
Yeah, I feel like it takes so much effort to be on all these platforms.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like time management is a huge thing, because you got to make time. You got to make time to do your posts, reach out to different companies, reach out to different brands. And the same things we do in sales, I still do cold outreach. Reach out to these brands, be like, hey, I want to work with you, and this is the reason why. This is my portfolio. This is how much views I got. This is how much sales I've got.
Yeah.
Same exact thing we learned at UTM. You can apply it to affiliate marketing or shop as well.
Yeah. Well, and I know you know that like me and my daughter are doing this shop. We started up this local shop, and so I'm like, how can we build this? Like, and so I'm like, I've been researching, and I'm like, okay, yeah, get some ambassadors, right? Like, that can, you can give them your product, and then they can, blast it on their Instagram or on their whatever, their TikTok or what have you. But I'm like, how are we going to grow that locally? Because it's different online, right? There's so many people online. Like it's an ocean out there of shops, And so I'm like, but we don't have one here locally where we live. And so that's why I was like, we need to build it here locally. Like, how can we get more eyes on it locally versus out to like the whole world, And everybody's like, oh, just do an online shop. And me and my daughter, we don't want to do an online shop because there's a need locally for it here with people. And so like we're doing these different pop-up events, and there's one coming up here in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, should we do this one or not? Because it's not like it's not our specific niche. It's a K-pop shop. And so we're like just trying all these different things to try to figure out what's going to make it go, right? Get off the ground. Right now, I feel like we're a little bit getting there, but it's like you said, it's ambassadors and different things like that to help you grow. I think is huge for
Absolutely.
online. Yeah, for sure. Sure. Anyone else have any other comments or questions for Vince? We're about to wrap it up here shortly. But if you have any questions, comments, anything like that that you'd love to hear from Vince on, drop it in the chat and we will answer those for you. Is there anything else you want to add, Vince, about your
Yeah.
journey?
I would say it. I mean, if you're in sales and you're thinking about affiliate marketing or TikTok Shop, any of those things, it's a good avenue. It's a good avenue if you do want to give it a try. Because authentic content is like it's really important nowadays, especially for your business as well. Like I know my sister's like a foodie influencer, and she helps promote like local food restaurants or bakeries out there, and she just makes one post for that restaurant or the bakery or whatever it is, and they got a lot of customers from that content. But it's like it's very organic slash authentic content, so it really brings in all the customers to that one restaurant.
Mhm. Yeah, it is an interesting thing because I think that you're trying to just kind of navigate it and figure out what clicks with your audience,
Yeah,
right? Like it's like you're figuring out your message and your voice and who's going to resonate with it and who's not going to resonate with it and everything. And then like even so much with local, it's yeah, like you're just, you're trying. Like we're trying. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing, but we're figuring it out. We're building that plane while it's in the air. And yeah, it's definitely a journey for sure. Um, but I think you have to remember why you're doing this and what it got you started in the first place, for that freedom to have ultimately that keeps you going and keeping that at the forefront of your mind and reminding yourself of it because sometimes it's just not it's it's hard, like it's challenging and you're like, oh man, is this ever going to go? Is it going to go?
yeah.
Are we going to get there? So Leilani's son Lysander says, what's up, Vince?
What's going
So
on?
say hi to him. And then there's another question in the chat here. We can actually, I think we can put it up here on the screen, which I just remembered we could do that. But can you see the comment there? She wants to know what was the hook of your most viral post on TikTok? Would you say?
So I have to look back at my videos, but I mainly do lives right now. So
He's doing lives. He's doing lives right now, Leilani. So what that means is he goes live on TikTok Shop, and then after those lives are done, it doesn't stay on TikTok. They're only there while you're live streaming. So you don't do any posts at this point, right? Like that stay on your TikTok.
no, I should do. I have some posts up there. I just like look back on my TikTok to see what's the most viral out there. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't have the best hooks on those videos. It's mainly like the lives is what I'm putting the most effort into right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that wraps it up for the questions that we have here. It was nice having you on the show, Vince, for our episode 2, Life After Sales. We're gonna keep doing these and keep going live. I'm not sure when our next one will be. But yeah, maybe we'll bring you back on the show, Vince, down the road and see where you're at then by the next time we have you. So any final words you want to say to the viewers, to our audience? And thanks everybody for joining. It's nice to have you guys on here.
Yeah, so it's just to be open-minded, be open-minded to other opportunities out there, give things a try, and I mean the same skills you're learning within high-ticket sales, it's very applicable to anything and everything out there. So literally give it a try, apply the skills that you have within sales to whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah, amen to that for sure. We've learned so many sales trainings. We've taken so much sales training that we've got enough of that, and we can apply these skills that we've learned in high ticket sales and remote sales or sales and take it to that next step, that next stepping stone towards freedom, and keep going, and we'll get there eventually. We just gotta one step at a time and we'll get there. So
Exactly.
Yeah, keep trying. Well, it's nice having you, Vince, on the show here today. And if you guys have any comments or any other questions, be sure to just post it in the section here in the comments, and we'll hop on those after the live ends. If there is any follow-up questions or anything for Vince, we'll make sure we get back to you guys. So take care. It was nice having you on the show, Vince. We'll talk soon.
All right,
Bye,
see ya.
guys.